Well, today it's mid-February. It's going to be 70 degrees today in February in Massachusetts, which is pretty crazy, but I'm going to take advantage of it. I got the Dewey Weber out. I'm going to fix a couple of the dings, and I have an idea of what I'm going to do with the nose. We're going to start with this guy here, which is, it's nice and dry. I'm going to level it off a little bit with Cabosil and resin, just to fill in that dent there, and then we'll put a couple of layers of glass on there. So one thing I did is I took the Dremel, I kind of rounded down the edges. I also took the sander and made this area a little bit deeper so that when I put the final piece of glass over, it'll be a little more level with the board. So now I gotta go find my Cabosil, and I got a feeling it's gonna be all clumped up, so I have to break it up like with a mortar and pestle to get back down into powder. I like to sometimes use the old powder that I have from the old boards and mix it in so that it doesn't look so white, but I didn't save it, so oh, I could grind this thing up, I suppose. This was the old ding. Okay, here is a Cabosil. It is a powder, very fine powder. It'll get clumpy on you, especially if you have it in a humid place. I leave it in a old coffee can, but still it'll clump up on you. So I'm going to make sure how many big lumps in this, then mix some resin in with it, mix it up to be about like yogurt. I'm also going to try to get a little fill along here, right in there with the Cabosil. Put wax paper over it, fold it up like this, and pour it in. But we're going to leave the stringer open for now. I'm going to work on that in a little bit, and this doesn't need any fill over here. And it looks like excess, but you kind of need to do it. I can't find a way to get the tolerance any tighter in the material in there. That should work. Just have to do a lot of sanding, but it sands quick. Well, I'm prepping the tail too. I'm going to lap a layer of fiberglass on it. You can see how it's worn through to the wood tail block there. It's typical, kind of like on every board, and goes up quite a ways. So I'm gonna piece, same piece, and I'm gonna try to use the same lap line, you know, going about that far for coverage. But I'm not going to do that yet because I want to be able to flip over the board to see what it looks like on the other side. I don't like to do things blindly. You know, make sure it's nice and surface is prepared so that the resin and the fiberglass stick. So, because it's not that warm today, I got to wait a while for the other patches to cure. I got a buildup of 8-ounce. I'm going to put on there, put a little layer of resin over it. Okay, just make sure you get all the air and stuff out of it. If you see any bubbles at this point, you know that there's water trapped in there. It almost comes out like as a warning. But getting warm out here, so it should cure pretty fast, I hope. There are other areas like this and the tail here, but I'm not going to do those today because I want to have it out in the sun long enough to see if any water weeps out of it, to see if there's water in there. That board's fairly light, you know, but still, this gives it a chance to get out. I find sometimes that a smaller hole will make the water squirt out faster than opening it up like this, but well, I've done it. But now with the nose, the stringer in the front here, what I've decided I want to do, if you notice, the rocker is not that significant in front. I want to drill into the stringer because it was wet at the end, and drill in a little ways and pull out the wood and see if it seems like it's wet or not. And we'll just go like kind of take a core sample as I'm drilling into it, and drill into the point that it's dry. Clean that out, maybe give it a chance to dry out in there. I don't know if it will, but or you know, maybe some paper towels in there and then drill those out or something. And then I'll take a hardwood dowel and tap that in to take up the space and seal up the nose. Just an idea. Okay, I think that'll be it for today. I'm gonna go surfing. little waves. I've got 3 days of waves. A little leftovers today. That is, feels almost cured, but I want to leave it in the sun. It's like tomorrow we're supposed to get like maybe 2-3 inches of snow. Okay, a few days later, it's about 50 degrees today, so I figured I'd take it out and take the sander, take off the excess there. Go a little more on this, and then I'm going to hand sand it down a little bit. But I got off the most with the palm sander. It's the other side of the nose. It's getting there. I use the palm sander like a little more. We're going to drill in. This is where I was talking about, into the stringer where the wood's rotted. I'm going to drill until I find it's dry. Moving over to this other nasty ding. I got rid of all that Mod Podge or whatever that stuff was that was in here. And that's pretty nasty. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. Sand it some more, I think. With all the broken glass. So I've got this long bit. It's an 1/8 inch. I'm going to try drilling in here. And a cheap Harbor Freight drill with a battery that's dead. That'll go in pretty slow. There's absolutely no resistance drilling this all the way in. Feels like there's nothing there almost. So I'm trying to wrap some paper towels on the drill bit and jamming it in there with some kind of success, but I'll tell you, that's pretty wet and pretty rotted in there. Not quite sure what I'm going to do. You can kind of see the different ways the glass goes in there, like maybe it's been repaired before. I'm going to lay a little piece of 8-ounce glass in there and see if I can get it kind of leveled out. I think that's good. We open this up a little bit more. I think we can do this. It's dry in here. So I'll fill that with Cabot-Sil. We'll have to set it up on the side. And now the tail. Last time I sanded the bottom, and now I sand. This is the top of the board. And you can kind of see the old laps on there, like someone just did a really crappy job stretching. I'm going to try to cut it so that it fits a little better and close that up. Okay, we've got a little filler patch over that. As soon as it gets a little bit tacky, I'll take the X-Acto knife and pull that tape off. It's about halfway cured. It comes off the easiest. Now we're going to move to the tail. You can see the cuts. I'll lap a little bit. I'll flip it over. I still don't have a perfect way to cut these. I'd love to learn how to do that right. But it'll work. This is an 8-ounce glass. I think this is 6-ounce glass or something. I've run out. But this will do. I'll let that dry for a bit. Cut the tape off. Went okay. Okay, I'm getting out these chunks of wood out of the nose. I'm taking this coat hanger with a hook, and it's wet in there. It's definitely wet. It's going to be wet about back to here. I'm thinking of maybe using like Gorilla Glue. We'll let it dry a little bit like it is, like maybe, a couple of months, put it in the sun, etc. And then put Gorilla Glue down there, and then tap in an 1/8 inch dowel after I got the Gorilla Glue in there, because the Gorilla Glue, it seeks water in order to cure, so it'll, might absorb the water that's in there. I don't know, because otherwise it's probably never coming out of there. Yeah, it kind of blows. My guess is around the fin is wet too. I got that one filled with Cabot-Sil, decided I might as well. And the tail, I got the tape off. That job didn't come out all that good, but we can patch it up. Not a big deal, but everything is curing very slow because it's only about 50 degrees out. The sun is in and out, so this might be it for the day. We'll just let it dry for the rest of the day.